Hi guys, before I start, we are in the new house, so it might be a bit echoey because there's not really that much stuff in here, and I can hear my voice bouncing off the walls, so apologies for that. So this week's topic of the week is collaborations for brand awareness. So when we talk about brand awareness, what we're talking about is getting your brand in front of new audiences who don't know that you exist yet, in order to bring more people into your marketing funnel and hopefully nurture them all the way down to buying from you. I said in my post earlier this week, unless you're McDonald's and literally every single person on the face of the planet knows who you are, you will always be doing brand awareness as part of your marketing. And that means that even though brand awareness collaborations tend to come up a lot at the beginning of a business, they are never not useful. As long as you're still looking to scale your business, you will need brand awareness campaigns. And even if you want to just maintain the income and size of your workload, you will still need brand awareness campaigns, because inevitably you won't continue using the same clients or customers over and over and over again into eternity. So you always need new people. So today I'm going to talk specifically about the Collab Hub and collaborations that I have used to build the Collab Hub's brand awareness. Now, the Collab Hub is still a new business. It only launched officially at the end of July, but I've been working on the brand awareness side of things since April. So brand awareness is still very much a key marketing goal of the Collab Hubs right now, and it will continue to be for a very, very long time. So today I'll talk specifically through some of the collaborations that I have done with the specific goal of brand awareness in mind, which is I wanted to reach more people and bring more people into the Collab Hub world, in the hopes of being able to then, get them on board and get new members through different types of content that they would then be exposed to through, the Instagram and other things. The very first collaboration that I did was a case study ebook downloadable, and I used this as a lead magnet to get people onto the email list or the mailing list before the Collab Hub had even launched. I was doing lots of engagement on Instagram sort of personally, so going out and finding the types of people that I would like to be part of the Collab Hub and engaging with them and making sure that I was following them and they were sort of getting involved in that way. And then I looked at creating this ebook, which would include case studies of other individuals and brands who've used collaboration as a way of building up their business. I had 6 case studies in the ebook, so I sort of focused on one partner in the collaboration, and they completed an interview questionnaire, and that went into the ebook. So that was a collaboration in order to get people on board with the Collab Hub as a lead magnet. But the brand awareness element of this collaboration, and again, a lot of collaborations have multiple goals. So that's something to think about when I explain anything, is it's very rarely that one collaboration just has one goal, and it never should, because there's so much value you can get out of pretty much any collaboration. So the first goal of it was to get people on the mailing list. The second goal was the brand awareness element. And the brand awareness element came in because the people that I had included were my target audience. So the people who had been involved in the case studies, their brands and their businesses were my target audience, and therefore their audiences were going to be my target audience. So what I did to increase the brand awareness through this collaboration was I didn't just ask them to be involved and do the questions and be featured on my platform in my ebook. I then went and created social media templates that they could use to say, hey, I've just been featured in the Collab Hub's case study ebook, and it had the Collab Hub branding on it. It was in our colors, and it was all sort of written by me, but editable to a degree, so that they could then post that on their social media, thus making their whole audience aware that the Collab Hub existed. Now, I made sure that the people who were involved in the case study had a really good understanding of what the collab hub was going to be, so that when they spoke about it on their social media, they were speaking about it correctly and sending the right message out to their audience that would entice them to become part of the ecosystem and potentially join. That was a really effective campaign actually, because ultimately you have sort of 6 main brands who were involved, but then they also had a collab partner. And that collab partner wasn't dealing directly with me, but was notified that they were being featured, and they too could share and reshare what was going on social media to sort of promote this thing. So you've got kind of like 12 collab partners and their audiences potentially seeing this collaboration and seeing the collab hub as a business that they might want to be part of. So that's a really good brand awareness one. The second type of brand awareness collabs that I've been doing since the beginning of the Collab Hub is guest interviews. This again is a type of collaboration that has multiple purposes. So purpose number 1 is to start getting content about collaborations. So I was interviewing people and brands and business owners who had done collaborations successfully, and I was interviewing about their experience of those collabs and how they did them and what they found useful and that sort of thing. Goal number 1 was to get really good content. People love personal stories, so that's a high quality type of content of collaborations and how it all works. The second goal again was brand awareness. So I'm featuring, I would say, quite established small business brands who have a really strong, engaged following. Those were the types of people I wanted to interview, and then they would share that they had been interviewed on the blog. So again, I would create social media templates and give them all the collateral that they needed in order to promote it really easily. So that was another fantastic ongoing kind of brand awareness collaboration campaign, if you want to call it that I have used since the beginning of the Collab Hub to find new members and access new audiences. And the reason why it's such a good brand collaboration is because it's not obviously promotion, again, because these people are being featured and there was a really good story for people to be engaged in. They didn't realize that this was part of a promotional campaign for the Collab Hub as well. And I definitely picked up a lot of members through doing the case study and the interview series, for sure. Then the third collaboration that really became a key piece of the Collab Hub's brand awareness was the big bridal shoot that we did in August. Technically, the Collab Hub had nothing to do with that. I was actually organising that through my first business, Soda Pop, which is the custom bridal jackets, and with a friend who is a wedding photographer, Marissa from Cadence and Grace. So me as Soda Pop and Cadence and Grace had started organising this collab bridal shoot long before the Collab Hub even existed. When the Collab Hub became a thing and it was something that I was working on, I thought to myself, how can I use this bridal shoot to promote the Collab Hub and to create a buzz that will entice new members and new people to start following and be interested in what's going on. So this is where that collab went from being just a really simple bridal shoot to this enormous thing where we recreated an entire wedding, and we had 17 businesses involved on that day, and then we also had the content creation day the day before, which had like another 10 businesses involved. To have something like 25 businesses involved in one collaboration, and then using the Collab Hub as the coordinating brand, meant that 25 businesses were promoting the Collab Hub as a driver of amazing collaborations like this bridal shoot. So that was not only a really good brand awareness campaign, but tied into that was this just beautiful social proof as well, where people were saying, hey, look at this great collaboration bridal shoot that I'm involved in. It's huge, it's beautiful, we've got all of these things happening. This is the kind of thing you can expect in the Collab Hub. That's essentially what the message was through that collaboration. Now, this wasn't obvious sort of at the time to anyone else, at all. Like, they're just saying, oh, I'm doing this bridal shoot, taking behind the scenes videos, tagging in the collab hub. The collab hub gets tagged in all the photos that get distributed, and that is a brand awareness campaign that created a huge buzz on the weekend, and I think we got something like 5 new members, which at the time, a month in, was pretty big. And it just continues to build awareness because those photos are continuously used and shared over and over and over and over again by so many different businesses that brand awareness just keeps going. This is why when I do one-to-one strategy sessions, or I talk to anyone sort of on a one-to-one level, is I always encourage you to think of more, like the most amount of value that you can get out of one collaboration, because it's never just one thing. You can do so many things with one collaboration to create more value. So those are sort of 3 of the biggest collaborations that I've orchestrated for brand awareness. Some of the other things that I've done is I've been a guest on a podcast. So I did the Social Hub podcast recently. That's a great way for me to get in front of Stacey's audience, who are all small business owners, which is my ideal audience, and talk about the Collab Hub, talk about collaborations, provide them with some great value on how to collaborate, and promote the Collab Hub as the place to do it. Another type of collaboration that I've done for brand awareness is using Soda Pop, which is my other business, and the custom bridal jackets. I do collaborations through Soda Pop, which I can then speak about on the Collab Hub, and they can be shared in that way that still draws people's attention to the Collab Hub, not just Soda Pop. So we did the bridal makeup tutorial with Courtney Edgar, who's a makeup artist, and while it was for Soda Pop and I posted it on Soda Pop, she was also talking about the Collab Hub when talking about it. So Nat from the Collab Hub is here doing this thing today, and I actually got a new member out of that who was from her audience on the day. And those sorts of collaborations, you know, she posted those videos, and it just brings people back into the ecosystem of my businesses, and that makes it easier to funnel people who are the right fit into the Collab Hub. The other one that we did recently was the Christmas wish list templates. So Brody Rose, who is a member of the Collab Hub and a graphic designer, teamed up with the Collab Hub, and we created Christmas wishlist story templates for Instagram. And so what the purpose was to tag in a small business who had goodies that you loved, and it was on, you know, to put it on your Christmas wish list. It was all about sharing small businesses, but it was co-branded with Brody Rose and the Collab Hub branding, and anyone who used that template was effectively promoting our businesses to their audiences. So they would tag the Collab Hub into the post so that we could reshare, and that also gave people who saw their stories an easy way to click on the link and come to our pages to see what it was all about. So those are some of the collaborations that I've used for the Collab Hub, really specifically for brand awareness and to also fulfill other goals like getting great content and social proof and things like that. I hope that helps to give you some ideas around how to be a bit creative in terms of using collaborations that may not obviously be for brand awareness, but how you can make them work for your brand awareness. It's something to think about continuously. You will always need new people to come into your marketing funnel. You will always need new customers. No business ever keeps the same customers 100% forever. And if you're looking to grow, this is a great way of doing it. Collaborating for brand awareness is such a good way to reach the absolute perfect audience that you're looking for in a way that's really hard to do through Facebook ads and other types of marketing. Definitely worth thinking about. If you ever need help with anything, I am still offering the one-to-one strategy sessions, but only until early next year. Ultimately, I'll be moving things into an online course system and no longer doing the one-to-ones. But if you really want that help and that strategizing together, jump in, book one in now before the end of the year, and we can either do it this year or next year.